man. Stay tuned, man. We got to stay focused and stay influenced. If anybody moving right, you should know how we should do. In the process, I said I was gonna make a video today, but I changed my mind because apparently we have people trying to program the phone to do nonsense in the process, and this is how they've been tracking me the whole time. So I have to be diligent about what I say and understand that everybody who say they on the right, they ain't on the right path, and if they on the other side, then they shouldn't be near mine. You dig what I'm saying? So with that being said, everybody who's in the facility, who knows the game and knows anything from, I mean, if you've been around since the 1800s or whatever the case may be, then you know what it is. So I'm gonna say this again: you have particular people that go around following people. They use the screen to their benefit to do alias things, and then they get mad when you start speaking on it. So it's one of them. If you keep your mouth closed, hush hush, or we're gonna have to get you. So it's really a set tripping thing. So like I said, they use my phone to see other things, so they can see scenarios, simulations, and programming of other people's lives. So basically, you're trying to watch somebody else's lives through somebody else's life. Microcosms, bigger cosmos, synopsis. I mean, so it's like a scientist looking under a microscope. You're looking for the strands. You're looking for the DNA. You're looking for the 10 strands or the 10 rings. You know how it go. They try to be light foot, quick foot. They try to be, native to the land, but they're deceivers, the serpent people. They try to trick you into believing they're going one way when they're really going the other. They say up is down, down is up, left is right is, you know what I mean? All they doing is crossing angles. Angles of light. Deception. Now, listen, they say you get mad about things, but it's really not you being mad. It's really just you paying attention to the obvious of the situation. So if you can see that the atom or the microcosm, or you can say the God particle, right? Which is the sun, basically. The sun, the light, the photons, all the energy combined, right? Brings in light. So listen, when you have a fight going on, usually people are being very pleasant, right? They use pleasantry and sorries as a means to attack. They use angry vibrations as a means of attack. So it's like you use certain tones as to set your authority over people. You use certain vibrations, which you can say elf, which is a frequency wave, and you use that and you send it out. And then you could glitch things out. It's a matrix, which is the cube. Which you all have to always have the feminine and masculine, two sides of the polarities. Now, you got to have somebody who's strong enough to use both sides. Not only use both sides, you got to have somebody strong enough to be able to take somebody else's side and then power that thing. It's like a song that you got to put together. It's a track. You got to hear the right rhythms and frequencies to put it all together, to make it harmonize. Now, the winners and losers are the ones who survive the game. Now, listen, I'm not playing the game, so I can't worry about winning or losing. If you're in the arena and you're being a puppet or a pawn in the arena, then you're a part of the naval nonsense. If you are on the battlefield in the arena, because that's a game, we're not playing their game. The arena is a setup. If you're in the arena, that means you're like a gladiator. That means you're a pawn to a scheme, and then you're getting paid to play the game. You're one of the flunkies or doppelgangers or clones. Now you can say, seeing as I seen so much Lesser Blue show up. It's one of these little jits moving around. It's probably a perpetrator, because they know how to hide on both sides. They can hide and act like they one thing, and then they could be another thing. So you can't get caught up in that. Hence, they about to start screaming again. They're gonna use the child because they like to hide behind things like that. It's a roller coaster. The highs and the lows. Now, somebody has to get off, right? Because that's the whole nature of the game. It's about the energy. And so when you think about sexual energy, right? Since we got to talk about the Kundalini energy, so we're going to speak on the sexual energy. Because without that, you cannot bring or produce forth the new life, which is energy. So when you doing certain things, you have to bring forth new life. Hence, they have to move forward. That's producing, which is the navel. Didn't I say the Navy? So listen, when you go through the square, what comes out? Because you have to pierce it with the sword. So you breaking something and you opening something for something to come forth. What comes forth? Some goofy, funny activity stuff? No, a child comes forth. You say thrice great because that's what comes forth. The child that you are trying to have immaculate, the immaculate consumption. Now, listen, when you try to produce a powerful being, you have to bring forth somebody together with someone else. But you don't need, like Sarah Connor, you don't need nothing, really. But then you have to say it had to be a futuristic being to bring forth a child. So you say it was an angel. He came forth from a different reality. He was transported there through a different means, which is the tetrahedron, which is basically a wormhole. How do you bring a child out of something else? The child is hidden inside of a body. The woman has to judge and see if the man is fitting enough for her to do what she does to bring forth life, because her body will reject it. That galaxy or that power of energy will reject it. So what do they do to the people? They have to see if the people will accept the energy that they produce so they could bring forth life. So in this reality, they're doing nonsense. That's why a lot of people are dying right now. A lot of plane crashes and all that, because they're trying to produce something to bring forth a new life, a new creation, a new body, a new reality. Hence, the child is going to rise up and speak on some more energy. They're trying to produce another energy. So when you have sexual magic, like I said, energy, it's about the two chambers, the left and the right, the 5 and the what? Or you say the 3 and the 2, or the 5 and the 2. It's all the same thing, isn't it? The sun and the moon. Now, you can see that people like to ride on the moon because that's deception. They hide behind that. The crescent, they love to hide. That's why they hide in the web and try to deceive the ones who are trying to find the light, the luminance, which is going up. They try to break the law by doing unethical things, but they can't be caught for this because these rules haven't been in place until some later dates. Now I'm gonna tell you this, right? Because I've never in my, because like I said, thrice great, because the females is always on the right. So you know what I mean? So listen, when you're dealing with the third, right, they always got to run into patterns. It's always a process. Now listen, I told y'all, as you look at the algorithm, they'll tell you to go to certain places so they can say certain things and send certain messages out. We could say looper because it's an infinite loop. Hence, you have an old person already moving, making moves. You'll say the lame is here to plant a garden, which is the trap, which is to set you up and put you back into a cryo state of sleep, which sleep is cousins to death, because death is what you want to be in, because they want to keep you from seeing what is really reality. Because we are immortal. Since you are immortal, that means there is no such thing as death, and that means we can constantly continue on with the consciousness of us return, you know what I mean, or going up into a higher state. Now these folks is dirty as hell. I'm gonna say that for certain. They dirty as hell. They'll do anything to say that they're in the right place at the right time, and they're doing all the good jive, but they're not living right. They're not balanced. Hence, they want to try to say they're digging into your archives and your files to get what? They say they're going into your shit to goddamn find everything they can to goddamn pull up all the dirt and say that you're filthy and you're and then you turn around and you think about it. Wait a minute, you the monster, you the beast. So it's a collective. It's not just, you can't just single out one person that's saying it's just them over there. You can't say that them. It's not just I. It's multiple of them over there. They're a whole pack of wolves. Now I ain't gonna give them that title because that's being too generous. A pack is a group of people. I mean, excuse me, a pack of wolves are very strategic. They get along with it. I mean, a pride of lions. They move right. Even, and that's crazy in our society. Women don't get along for shit. But you can look at a group of fucking lions, female lions. They all click. They move right. In you can look at any type of nature's channel, and you can see any type of animals. You see how these folks move right. And then you can go to other cities and other countries, and you can see how certain villages and people move. They move as a collective. They move right. Everybody know their purpose, they thing, they niche, but they move in a different manner, man. You know what I'm saying? You get over here to America, these people out here sick. They do twisted stuff. Their entertainment is stalking people, watching people's personal business, trying to find dirt, doing nasty shit, putting shit up to be fucking disgusting. You know what I mean? Just so they can say something to somebody else, so they can have a buddy. It's all about degrading and shaming folks so they can get the one up on somebody. And then they can promote and big up somebody else so they can get a goddamn brownie point or a cookie from somewhere else. All right, caught that. Like I said, man, we ain't standing that. Now, this, I would say a very vulgar name, but it's no point in me saying that because that's like benefiting this person. So, like I said, everywhere I've been, this person always constantly say it wasn't her, it wasn't them, it's not that. It's all a part of the game. It's all a show. So, if it wasn't them, it wasn't her, and it wasn't whoever it is, who is all these people that you speak of? Because if you know every collective being in the process, why the fuck is you God? Like I said, they send out messages through all kind of dirty frequencies. They try to use your foot, your leg, and everything, and then they give you a bouquet of roses to say that we ain't doing anything. And it's all for $1. I'll give you a coin. I'll give you a quarter. But then you say, I know you're going to show up at the gas station and do X, Y, and Z. And then you tell me, no, I'm not. Then I say, I seen you at the other place, you know what I'm saying, doing blase, blase. And then I say, no, I'm not. Then I said, man, I sent you over there fucking such and such, and you was over there cheating and doing this and that and the third. They'll say, no, I'm not. Then you say, prove it. Then I say, man, I swear to God, you was out there helping the police. You out here ratting on folks. You say, no, I'm not. Then I say, man, I swear you over there helping them people over there. You know what I'm saying? You using children in a dirty frequency type of manner, and you using it in a negative way to make clouds and be very facetious and attacking. You say, no, I'm not. I'm a good person. But really, we know the bad guys are really the good guys. I don't know. You tell me. Now they say I'm slow, so I guess you can't be too fast. But they said it's a quickening. So if you get the quickening, that means time is speeding up. And if time is speeding up, that means you need to speed up, right? So if you going slow, that means you doing it on purpose. That means you trying to freeze time and you trying to stop everything for your personal motion. Now they say no, 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 but I'm saying this can't possibly be. Ooh wee, some dirty frequencies going on. Now, please nobody refer to these animated jokers, cause they really that's what they are. Now I'm gonna say it's a few clicks out. So well, to all the people who don't know well, because you know what I'm saying, these folks gotta breathe. That's what they be worried about. They be worried about breathing. They need they vaporizers or whatever the hell it is. You know what I'm saying? They gotta breathe. Now listen, I'm gonna go ahead and put this out there because they keep showing me a specific image. Somebody's looking for Circle K right now. I don't know why they keep showing me that. Now I'm gonna go ahead and say this again. Stop using mine for y'all vicious vernacular. Well, excuse me. That was I'll say vernacular. That would have been redundant, right? For their vicious smear campaign, because that's what it was about. You know what I'm saying? They out here smearing stuff. Their little smear campaigns. Since they got all the cards in their hand and they're trying to use presidents in bigger pieces right now, like, oh, let's use the campaign to try to hide ourselves. But these are the people that broke into the Capitol to do the nonsense, right? These are the rioters. These are the rioters. These are the ones. These are the so-called shamans. The shamans of the world. Now listen, seeing as I switched my pace up and I really was in my place and somebody's trying to use somebody else to get away, you know, saying hide somewhere in a different lane, right? Somebody's trying to make sure they trying to usurp my shit, right? So what do? I told you you gotta send out a frequency and then put your voice on that thing. You feel what I'm saying? You gotta put your energy through something and see through the nonsense. Like somebody skipping across and they moving across the room. And I see the vehicle cutting across because I know what it is. So that means we see the angles of light. That means we can see all dimensions. And that means we know what it is. Now these scary folks, they try to play like they tough when they really not. They just use dirty ass tactics. Now they say they not scared, but you know what I'm saying? If you was to approach them in certain ways, they know they do certain things. So if it's a lie about them not being scared, they won't do the things that they do. Like, hence, first thing they run to do, when a woman gets scared, she runs to go call the police. Right? Or she calls somebody that's gonna be an authority to try to handle the situation. And most times, these lame cats be doing nasty shit. Now, secondly, right, they got a tourist. They keep putting a tourist around me. Ever since I've been coming up here, it's been a tourist been showing up everywhere I fucking been going.